Okay, I'm on my side yard. I'm walking through the fence now, privacy fence. We do have some deer in the area, not nearly as many as what we used to, but that's the reason I have the yard fenced in, because they would get in here and eat the daylily buds and all kinds of other things, hostas and what have you. Here is a butterfly bush, and here are two beside the sundial are two hot lip salvias. One has just started to bloom, and one or two that will be covered with little red flowers, and the hummingbirds really like that a lot. There's some seedlings from flowering tobacco, and right here is a lemon verbena plant. Oh my goodness, the leaves smell so good. This is a mixture in here of the species daylilies. I would like to take all that out, but I hate to say I'm too old. I just don't have enough energy. So they do cover a lot of ground, and I will let them there. Let the next person take them out. In here I have this area along the privacy fence. I have two pineapple sages, and I have some more tall zinnias. Foxgloves are blooming. In the pot here, this is, I think it's Rockin' Deep Purple. I might try to plant that in the ground. I have some Blue Fortune Augustaceae plants in there. There's 3 of them. There's a salvia plant back there mixed in. There's a daylily, an early one that's getting ready to bloom right there in about a week or so. There's plenty of weeds mixed in here too. The forget-me-nots are going to seed, and I haven't gotten in there to rip them out. There's some problem weeds in here. You can see the, oops, not good there. You can see the lighter colored green. Well, that's a weed. Here's another potted black and bloom, B-L-O-O-M salvia. That I overwintered in the back of my basement, and it came back from last year. So that's a way of keeping some of the salvias. I had about 25 plants that I had in the back basement, and maybe 10 or 15 of them overwintered. They go dormant, and you add just a little water over the winter, chop them back, and they might come back. I have some Japanese anemones in here. You can see they can be very invasive and should be planted by themselves. Sometimes I just try to pull out the foliage if I don't want them in here, and want the daylilies to show their stuff, but I didn't get to that this year. I have another potted plant here of the short flowering tobacco and a little ground cover with it. I forget what the ground cover's name is. And here is another hot lip salvia in a pot, which I just transplanted yesterday. It was in a smaller pot. It had overwintered. Hot lip salvia is one of the easiest salvias to overwinter inside my house. Walking around the side garden here, I have some 3 echinacea, the coneflowers, a beautiful orange, and another plant that I bought at Highland Gardens that I'm going to plant tomorrow. We've been having a heat wave, and it's a tough one to plant. So tomorrow it's going to be 70 degrees. I am so looking forward to that. There's some potted coral bells that didn't look so good earlier in the spring, and I put them in a pot and they look good. Here's some potted flowering tobacco. Those are going to go in the ground. This is some shade plants here, some begonias. Looks like somebody is chewing on the middle plant, the caladium there. Looks like the little white flowering plant is euphorbia, and a friend gave me those, and I transplanted them into a bigger pot. There's some bachelor buttons in there. There's some hosta here. This will be a riot of color in about 2 to 3 weeks. The peak bloom for my daylilies is from July 4th to the end of July and even into August, because I have daylilies that bloom at different times. Okay, I'm going to turn the video off and start another one.